Former US President Donald Trump says he invoked the Fifth Amendment and remains silent under oath during a civil investigation into his business dealings. Mr. Trump's company, the Trump Organization, is being investigated for misstating the value of assets and misleading tax authorities. Anything said during the deposition could be used against Mr. Trump in a similar New York criminal investigation being run parallel to the civil suit. Mr. Trump released a statement. He said, "I once asked, if you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment? Now I know the answer to that question. When your family, your company, and all the people in your orbit have become the targets of an unfounded, politically motivated witch hunt, you have no choice." It comes days after the FBI raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago compound. It was part of a separate investigation into whether Trump took classified information from the White House when he was removed from office. Joining us live now is the Executive Director of the American Principles Project, Terry Schilling. Terry, good morning to you. So we will start off with Donald Trump pleading the Fifth. It seems as though he's got a point here. He's got a right to do that.
Absolutely, he has a right to do that. We still have constitutional rights in this country, and frankly, I think he'd be a moron to not plead the Fifth. This Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, is absolutely motivated by her politics. There are videos all over the internet right now that are going viral where she's talking about wanting to take him down, wanting to investigate every shred about him. This is not a fair investigation. It's a witch hunt, and Donald Trump's right to plead the Fifth.
And it's it's all part of that long story of releasing his tax records, right? There's always been an attempt to get him on this one, and it just forms part of that, right?
Right. There's this drip, 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 and leak, leak, leak that is the way that this regime operates here. It's absolutely criminal. It's appalling. But they've been trying to get him every which way. I mean, they tried to impeach him 2 times. They've come up with dozens of fake scandals, a Russia collusion hoax with no Russians. It just keeps going and going, and they won't stop. They don't want him to be president again. They say that even Dick Cheney is trying to tell people that he's the biggest threat to America since our founding, which is absurd.
Well, let's get to the FBI now. The raid on the Mar-a-Lago compound, has anything of note been revealed yet?
No, not yet. And frankly, it's not clear why they invaded and raided his home. There's speculation and there are leaks that this was all part of a presidential records operation to recover some stuff, but we don't know, right? And that's the most criminal thing. This is a former president of the United States who is hated and loved by millions of Americans. And what the American people deserve right now, and if the FBI really cared about its credibility, is they would give us some transparency. Right? If you're going to do something this big, this is enormous. And if you're going to do something like this, you have to be completely transparent with the American people so they know exactly what's going on and that this is not politically motivated. But my fears are that this is absolutely politically motivated, and it's all part of.
Well, it does look like that. I mean, something may well be revealed down the track, but as you point out, at this stage, we just don't know yet. How much? You talked about the credibility of the FBI. It's been tarnished quite heavily because of Russian collusion, because of Mueller. If nothing is revealed here, what next for the FBI?
Well, there's going to be, this is what they're not factoring in, is Americans still have elections. Right, and there's going to be Republicans taking power, and there is a good group of Americans who are not in one part or the other, and they look at both as needing work. So what's going to happen is, if nothing comes out here, there's going to be investigations by Republicans when they take office, and there will be firings, there will be criminal prosecutions. They're not thinking long term. They're thinking very short term, that they can get away with this and that people will forget. We're not going to forget, and because the Republicans that we're electing, they know that they could be next.
So what happens to the FBI, though? I mean, does a simple change of leadership fix everything? Because there's been a few changes now, and that doesn't seem to have happened.
No, you have to clean that place out. It's been totally corrupted. Listen, look at how the different treatment between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton has played out. Donald Trump has not been caught committing any crimes whatsoever. He's been accused and disproven time and time again. Hillary Clinton was literally caught smashing her organization's cell phones from her private server when she was at the Department of State. That is obstruction of justice. I mean, if anyone should be in jail, if anyone should be getting raided right now, it should be Hillary Clinton. So we know that this is all politically motivated, and you're going to have to clean it out from top to bottom. There are little moles all throughout the FBI, and it's been completely corrupted.
So what does this mean for Donald Trump's 2024 run? Does this energise him for a run if this investigation doesn't reveal anything?
This Donald Trump is an animal. I mean, he is one of the biggest political animals in all of American history. He's going to be fired up from this. And what's even more important is that the base of the Republican Party is going to coalesce around him, right? I think the biggest loser in all of this, unfortunately for a lot of people, is Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida. This clears the field for Donald Trump. People understand that this is a witch hunt. It's politically motivated. And they're going to rally behind Donald Trump and make sure he's a nominee.
Well, I mean, and just to back up your point there, we're out of time, unfortunately, Terry, but, some Democrats have also, and there was an interesting opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal overnight too that suggested if the FBI doesn't find anything here, then it's in a lot of trouble, and a lot of Democrats have backed that up too, as a matter of fact. Terry, we've got to go. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for your time, though.